Thank you so much for all your support. I mean, you are the Canadian heroes. I hope that my oppressors are listening, because this is not over.
Yes.
This is just the beginning. For the past 18 months, they've done everything in their power to force me to say that I am guilty, that I'm sorry. They were forcing me to apologize, but I have nothing to apologize for. They have everything to apologize for. The crooked crown prosecutors, the liars, the manipulators, the political traitors within our beloved Canada, they should live every day in shame for what they're doing to us free Canadians. I hate politics, but I have seen that we have no choice in our beloved Canada but to fight this politically. Please, Alberta, I am giving you an opportunity to have your own political party, Solidarity Movement of Alberta. We are growing every day as a political force in this province. We are not going to stop. If you have learned anything about Artur Pawlowski and his family, we are not quitters. We do not bow for incentives. We are not for sale. We don't take bribes. We love you, and we love your children, and we want Canada to be the Canada that we all came to enjoy. Free and strong. Freedom! Freedom! They took my family through the ringer. That's true. Being in prison is no fun when you're Artur Pawlowski. Metal cages, solitary confinement. Every day nurses and guards would come to me with narcotics. Take it, take it. Fentanyl, cocaine, take it.
Shame.
They wanted to break us, but we are unbroken, and we are stronger than ever. We started doing town halls. 250 people in Red Deer, packed house in Camrose, and I'm telling you, this is just the beginning.
Yes.
People are sick and tired of corrupted, flip-flopping political pancakes giving people diarrhea. They are sick and tired of politicians that tell you one thing in your face and do opposite the next day, giving you promises before election and doing the very opposite they promised. Like the UCP government, the corrupted government. We're going to do it different. We will keep our politicians accountable. There will be no party whip. We will reform justice system, that the judges and the crowns will not be above the law. We are going to reform educational system. We are going to start teaching children, not indoctrinating them. And we are going to carve that beast called AHS. We are going to carve that beast that is sucking the very life of us. $20 billion is being stolen from Albertans for the beast that doesn't care if you live or die. The latest victim of that beast, Sheila Louise, my heart got broken that this woman was murdered by this government.
Yes.
And for what and why?
She's a hero.
She is a hero. But I'm telling you, there are many heroes out there. And I want to talk to those heroes. Come. Support us. One man cannot do it. One little church cannot do it. One group of people cannot do it. I'm calling all Albertans to come. Join the Solidarity Movement of Alberta. Bob, come.
Yes. Yeah.
One of Canadian heroes. This is a man that stood with us through all of it, exposing the corruption. That's what you need. You need brave Canadians, not playing politics, but serving the communities. I have been doing this for 24 years, serving my community. How many politicians you know that go week after week for 24 years, saving lives, feeding without charging a penny from the taxpayers? My record speaks volumes.
Amen.
Their record speaks treachery. We're going to build this together. We're going to bring reform to the policing. We are actually going to bring Alberta Police Force. Those political operatives were telling you they're going to do that. We will actually do it. They were lying to you, telling you what they're going to do, but they never deliver because they're part of the same system. Stop the revolving door. Stop the insanity of doing the same thing over and over again. Stop voting those beasts, those monsters back into the places of power. You, the people of Alberta, you should have the power to keep them accountable. Not the other way around. This is truly our solidarity movement. Like I said before, I was expecting not to come out. I was told by the fixers that called me and for months were trying to scare me to my death. You're going to prison, you're going to prison, we'll murder you, we'll do this and that. And I stood this morning before you, before all of you, willing to go to prison for you.
Amen.
This is just the beginning, my Albertans, my friends. This is just the beginning. Do you want your liberty?
Yes.
Do you want your freedoms? Do you want to stand for your children?
Yes.
Let this be just the beginning.
Yes.
Because there are others that are hurting under this totalitarian regime. I was not the only one. If I talk to you, you got tickets, you were imprisoned, you were handcuffed. Evil things were done to us in the name of law. Adolf Hitler used law and said, obey, that's the law. But was that just law? Was that good law?
No. That's a blah, blah, blah.
My friends, this is our opportunity. Let this not die. Because I'll tell you what I will do. I probably will go for a vacation.
Yes.
I don't know when, because we gotta keep plowing. But I'm a man of faith, and I'm telling you that one day I will go for a vacation.
Let's go.
We must plow. We must stand up. And if you don't want to do it, and that's what I said to the Coutts people on the private property, I'm going to repeat it to you. 2 years, full circle. Hold the line. Hold the line, Canadians. Hold the line, Albertans. And if you don't want to do it for yourself, I get it. I get it. We get tired. I get tired. 120 cases will get that effect on you. 340 citations will get that effect on you. 16 arrests will get that effect on you. We are tired. I get that. But look at your children. Look at the eyes of the children, the future of this country. Come here. Children, come here for a second. Come. Look at them.
Yeah.
Look at the precious children here. Look at them. Give me 5. You want 5? I give you 5 here. There you go. Look at the kids. Look at them. And let me ask you this question. Are those children worth fighting for?
Yes.
They go out there and fight. And I'm not talking about, of course, breaking the law. I'm not talking about inciting any violence. You see, solidarity movement that I represent I saw it with my own eyes, and it was a peaceful civil rights movement. The only violence we saw was coming always from the police and the soldiers from the government, just like we saw in Ottawa. I'm telling you, give me enough Albertans and I will give you back your freedom. Give me enough Canadians and I'm going to give you liberty and prosperity and future in every aspect of our life. Sanity will be brought back to the weaponized system of so-called justice system.
Yes.
Everywhere we look, politicians are hurting us. And yet at the same time, they're giving themselves raises and they're giving themselves parties. And they vacation here and there and drive their SUVs and fly their private jets. And they tell you, you will own nothing, you will be eating crickets and you will be happy.
No way. No.
This ends. This changes when you say no more.
No more.
When you say not an inch. That's how the revolution starts.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about violence. I'm talking, give me enough Albertans in the next election and I will reform your system.
Amen.
Because I hate with a passion corruption.
Yeah.
That's why I did not take the bribes. Because it's corruption. I cannot have part in it. I hate blackmail. Don't get me started. Thank you so much.
We love you.
Thank you so much for standing with me and my family, Bob. Thank you for being such a good friend. There are certain people in life that when you're down, they pick you up. They don't finish you off. You are that kind of people. When we were hurting, you were texting, emailing, phoning, come here. Another victim of this oppression. Come. This man, every single time he saw me, he gave me a hug and he said, stay strong. You see, this is what love is all about. This is what love is all about. When we are hurting, when one of us is hurting, the community should come together and lift that person up, not to bring him down. My brother David, of course, arrested with me 11 times. He doesn't get the recognition. He's always watching my back. 11 arrests, multiple court cases, because he's my brother. My son Nathaniel now faces charges. 3 times he entered Canada with warrants for his arrests. Young people, look, they're after our children. Parents, fathers, grandmas, grandpas, rise up. This is your land. This is your country. How dare they take what's rightfully ours? This is our moment, I'm telling you. If we miss this opportunity, we may not have another one. If we miss this opportunity and take back what's rightfully ours, the political system, we may not have this opportunity again. I was ready to quit what they've done to me during the other party. I don't even mention it. I wanted to throw a towel. I was done. Look, God, they're stupid. They're evil. They're traitors. They're Judas Iscariot. I don't want to die for them. But Jesus said, but I died for you.
Give him the glory.
That's why I'm here. I'm here in front of you, even though sometimes I don't like you. But I'm here because there is something bigger at play. Enough of divisions. Enough of fighting with each other. Unite for the sake of the children. Unite the clans. He said, and he was betrayed in the end, but we must at least try it. So my wife wanted to say a few words. Usually after my speech, she rebukes me by saying, okay, you're going to jail for sure. But I'm sure today she's going to say something different.
Let me tell you this.
I just asked our lawyer, Sarah, how often, out of curiosity, how often you see something like this outside the court? And she said, not often, practically never. That tells you something. That tells you something. We show unity. And two things followed past year. Two things. When he was in jail, they said just two things. Just plead guilty to the smallest of them all. And you are free men. And second, just be quiet. And we refuse to obey. We refuse to be quiet, and we refuse to plead guilty. And let this case and this example be a courage for you.
Yes.
That you can stand and persevere and be victorious. And this is not over. We have so many. This is one battle that we won, but the war continues. And as a mother, I want to say publicly, I see a lot of phones. I refuse to be quiet. As a mother, I want to say that we have pandemia in Canada. We have pandemia, and that is called transgenderism. That's another battle, mothers and fathers, we have to win. Thank you, as a woman, as a mother, as a wife, for being with us. Let me tell you, every phone call matters. Every email or text, we are praying with you, we are following the story, we are with you. It matters. And right now, when we see another person that sticked for us the neck, we have to stand for them. Amen. We have to stand for them. Thank you.
Stop!
Derek Reimer. I also want you to remember the 4 men in prison. We must not forget about them.
Yes.
Almost 2 years. Unbearable. I can't imagine. I was locked there for 50 days, and I'm telling you, it's hell. I can't imagine what they're going through. We must remember. Even if they said some stupid things, I get it. Sometimes the adrenaline, sometimes my church knows most of the time I say stupid things. That can get me in trouble.
Always.
But the truth is this, we all are guilty of that. But they are rotting there. Please do not forget them. Amen. Do not forget them. And then we have another champion, actually, that is fighting for children. Yeah. And he's facing a trial just in a few days. He just got married. A good man. I'm very grateful that I have more hair than he. That's why I appreciate him so much. He reminds me that it's not over for me yet. That there is at least a little bit of hope. But truth is, we are called to be heroes and champions individually. Everyone in his own sphere. Wherever God has placed you. And he did that, and he is paying a horrible price for doing so. Another hero. Come here for a second. Peter, come. This is the man that was actually the pastor in Coutts. I was just there for a few hours. This man was sticking his neck for the people there, praying with them every day. Being a shepherd, a true shepherd, that's the job of a shepherd, to be with the hurting people. Another Canadian hero, come. Yeah, the cowboy. He's looking behind. You see, that's what I see. I don't see Canadians. I don't see Albertans here. I see heroes. Dr. Roger Hodgkinson with his wife. Wow. What a hero. Stood for human life. You and others, Marka, Dina, I mean, and this little fella, look at him. That's a Canadian hero. He fought before even anyone joined the fight years ago. look at each other's eyes and say, we can do this.
Yes.
You're a hero. You're a champion for such a time as this. You can do that. We can do that together. And that's the whole point. That was the point of my sermon in Quds. I've seen this before. We can do this, people. We can.
Yes.
I've seen it with my own eyes. We can win. If we unite. That's the story of Pastor Artur Pawlowski. A big mouth that says there is hope. We can win. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll thank you at home. Thank you. And I want to thank Ezra Levan and Rebel News. If Ezra is there, Ezra, come.
Ezra is hiding today.
You see, this is a man that I have differences with. Very public, head-on collision, but that's how I like it. I'm a Polish immigrant. I believe that the heroes in the Bible were not Jews, were Polish immigrants. That's the truth. I can't prove it yet, but I'm working on it. And this man stood with me. And I'm telling you, I fought many battles alone, and I lost my houses, I lost my properties. They almost took my home away. Foreclosure, I couldn't pay taxes because I fought lawyers, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and one man cannot do it, one family cannot do it. And this man stepped in and says, I'll crowdfund for you. So it doesn't matter what differences we may have today. He and his effort paid for our lawyers. And that's the truth. Ezra, I want to thank you for that. I am not in prison because you were willing, with crowdfunding, with good Canadians, with good Albertans, to fetch the bill. And I'll always remember that. Even if we're going to fight,
We don't fight.
right?
We debate.
So, would you say a few words? I mean,
Yes.
Arthur, your case is important for you, but it's important for the whole country. Nobody can afford the process that you've been put through. Even a rich person would just pay a settlement and apologize. Only the unique combination of your principled stand and the crowdfunding of thousands of people, only that has strengthened freedom of speech.
Amen.
And although you were sentenced today and convicted a few months ago, I'm very pleased that your excellent lawyers are appealing that conviction.
Yeah.
And just like you lost at trial with the church opening case and later won 3-0 at the Court of Appeal, I believe that you will be vindicated in the course of time. And although it stings now to have the criminal conviction, I believe that when a Court of Appeal overturns that, and it is a binding precedent on the entire province, that will be a greater victory than to have won a trial. So thank you for the courage. And it's been more than once that the Poles, that stubborn Poles, have saved the world. As recently as Pope John Paul staring down the Stalinists and Jan Sobieski, you are in that tradition of Polish freedom fighters, and it is that very stubbornness that will keep the rest of us free. So thank you for being such a courageous fighter, and thanks to your family as well. On behalf of all the grassroots crowdfunding donors, we will be with you to the end.
and a big clap for every person that has donated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I want you to remember, the fight will continue. This is not over. We are appealing it immediately. And we will face the 3 judges in the near future. And we will do town halls. And we will do meetings with Bob, his wife, and others that are willing to participate in this uprising. Peaceful uprising against this totalitarian, evil regime that we're facing in Canada, in our beloved Alberta. Thank you. Be blessed. Stay strong. Don't break any laws. Be of good behavior.
Donate to the food
Don't spend too much money on steaks. That's what I intend to do, actually. I had my last meal. My wife, I took just her. We went to a restaurant and she says, "It looks like your last meal." I said, "You're supposed to encourage me, not to finish me off." Be blessed. Thank you so much. Amen.